Welcome back to the adventure, guys. So like I keep saying time and time again on this build, everything that I'm trying to do is for redundancy. And this winter, we got a chance to test that. With the rear diesel heater, the pump went out, and the front diesel heater, the control board went out. These are those really inexpensive Chinese diesel heaters from Amazon. And a lot of people will say, well, get rid of that and go get S-Bar. Those diesels combined were about 400 bucks. Those heaters combined were about 400 bucks. The S-Bar is 1200 for one. So I instead bought more guts for these heaters, and I can change the circuit board, I can change the control panel box, I can change the fuel pump, I can change the little digital controller, I can change all of those features for both heaters less than 100 bucks. So that's what we're going to do today. This is the beauty of having things that are open source, as you say. You can make modifications and change things on the road, and I'm glad I figured that out now before we hit the road. And yeah, I'm going to start by changing all of the components on both heaters. Control board, I already changed the glow plugs trying to troubleshoot, so I don't need to change those again. But the control board, the control panel, and the fuel pump will be changed on both units. And then I've got spare fuel pumps and spare glow plugs. Yeah, let's just get to it. So because there's two heaters, you can just take everything that I'm showing you here right now and multiply by 2, because that's what I ordered. We've got right here a new control fob. Let's unwrap this so you can see it in all its glory. Got a control fob. This one's a newer model with a LCD screen on it. A new control panel. I wanted them both to match, and I think the black one looked really cheap, so I got the blue one. Sounds like something's like rattling around in there. Maybe I won't install this. We'll see. Maybe I'll revert back to what came with it. A new circuit board, because one went out, so I figure I'll change them both. It's cheap. A new harness, because this one was my fault. We kind of hacked up the harness on our first heater. Yeah, I was trying to retrofit it to make it work in its space, and I hacked up the harness really bad and spliced in a couple of connectors and stuff, and it caused it to overheat. So that one was my bad, but replacement was only about 10 bucks. And then new glow plug with this is the glow plug right here, and then it comes with a new filter screen mesh and a tool to change everything, plus the gaskets, because if your glow plug fouls up, chances are the burner's really dirty too, so you can take it apart, service everything, clean everything, put it all back together with new gaskets. Not glasses, gaskets. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all that stuff on, minus the glow plugs, because I already changed those this last winter, and you get to see how easy this actually is. Alright, so the very first thing I'm gonna do is pull the fuse, because I don't want the power on while I'm disconnecting things. So now that I pulled the fuse, there's a little cap on the back. Rotate that counterclockwise, take it off. Top cover comes right off. And now, all I need is a small Phillips. One screw up top. And there's little tabs right here on the side you squeeze. There it is. Control board is just about free. Unclip the connectors. And there we go. Control board should come all the way out with the harness. Untangle this mess that is the harness, and that's it. Delete all this stuff, but actually I'm gonna keep this because this control board is not the one that went out, and so if I need to, I can fix that one. You know what, actually, before I install this heater, I'm gonna put in this bar right here, and I'm gonna show you how I set that up real quick before I put all the guts back in this heater. This little bar here, as you can see, maybe it's kind of difficult, each one of these connectors is just straight through. So I want to jumper them together on the bottom and send it out to a common ground, and then I want to jumper it together on the bottom on this side a little bit and send it out to a common positive, and then that way I can just tap in on the tops, just tap in on the tops and feed off for a specific reason. And the reason I'm doing this on this side is because we have a carbon monoxide propane detector that we need to hook up to this, and also the heater that needs to be hooked up to this, and possibly a couple more LEDs or something, because this is a cabinet. This is going in a cabinet for this heater, and we want to have access to the 12-volt circuit on that side still. So I'm just gonna jump these together, and that way I don't have a big cluster of wire nuts. I've got a nice neat jumper bar system. So I'm just gonna take some scrap pieces of wire, not too long, not too short, and cut them all off the same length. And this one will be decently long. This will be the wire nut, and the rest of these will just be jumpers. So I'm not going to show you on this, well, I do have to show you. I'm also going to do the same thing for the white wire, just a different color for the positive. Makes it a little bit easier to track. And we're going to go the same exact length. Now we need to strip the ends. I've got a less dangerous way of doing that, and a quicker way, hopefully. This is the same little wire stripper from doing the LEDs under the truck. We did not forget about those. Video for that update is coming soon. Oh yeah, much easier, much safer, much quicker. Okay, so now you feed 2 wires into 1 connector. Same color, obviously. Don't cross the colors. If you stick 2 wires in 1 connector, crimp it down. Give it a tug, each individual one, and then repeat. 2 wires for 1 connector. Alright, so now that I got these 2 daisy chains put together, I'm going to attach them to my bar and create essentially, oh, you've got to be kidding me. It's too big. See if this will work. Squeezed them a little bit. Alright, this is going to be a pain, because I got my bar here, it's just a little bit too small. Alright, so instead of fighting with this small terminal block all night long, I just went to Home Depot and I bought a big one. So this should make it easier to get all my connections in there. But we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to put 5 on this side. Alright, so now all those are done. I'm just going to do the white side too. Okay, now I've got positive and negative. Now I'm just going to mount this to the wall somewhere easy. Easy to get to, easy to wire from, easy to wire to. Right about there. This is 120 for this cabinet. This is, what is this? Ah, the bookcase circuit. This is the heater circuit. Okay, so now I'm just going to put wire nuts on the ends of my supply lines, and the rest of this can just daisy chain all the way through. We got the positive right here, and then we got the negative. Now the rest of the circuit, you just kind of plug everything else back in, or the rest of the control board, I should say. So first thing I'm going to do is put the control board back. This is the new one. Put all my connections back in. My 1 screw back in. And then button up my heater. And actually, I'm not going to break my own rule. I'm not going to put it on all the way. Whenever fixing something, don't put the cover completely back on until you get done. It's probably going to have to take it back off. And then the other end of this harness. So let's see. This drops down through the floor, which I'm going to have to unscrew the heater to get that. This is the fuel pump line. This plugs into the harness for the heater. This goes out to the control board. And so this is my positive and my negative. I'm going to clip those lines and hook those up, and we'll give it a test. Actually, I want to double check this polarity because I phased one of the wires. So by that I mean I wrapped it in black tape. I'm pretty sure that's negative, but I just want to double check. So I'm going to put the fuse back in. We're going to test this circuit real quick with my little electro tester. So that is correct. So this circuit is good. I gotta figure out a spot to mount this as well. This is my tester, carbon monoxide tester. For now, I'm just gonna leave it sitting on the top. I'll mount it later. We are going to install it. I'm gonna install it in the second screw hole. So that is gonna just dangle. All right. So please excuse me while I lean directly over the shot, because this is gonna be a pain to pull out while stretching. Finally, jeez. Get this out of there. And new harness. So now I don't know if I have to pair this thing or not. We'll see. Looks like just two AAAs. Connecting, huh? Please wait.
If you're liking the thumbs up, that would be great, and we will catch you in the next one. All the best.
So I got it paired up, and this gives a whole lot more information than the other one. If I can just turn it on from here, and I'm gonna set this down so I can show you the rest of the settings on this little display. So I don't know if you can read that, but the top one says automatic, so I can change, let it connect, there we go. I can change the temperature which it's heating to. Press OK and it'll tell me the casing temperature. This is the case of the internal the burn chamber. This is the temperature of the burn chamber. And then the battery voltage. And then my ambient temp, which is 22 right now. So this has a whole lot more information than the previous little key fob that I had. I'm going to see if I can pair that key fob too. But for now, this is nice. It can actually tell me that the unit is on as well, or I could turn it off by pressing and holding that button as well. Now the unit is off, and it's telling me the unit is turning off. Alright, so that's going to be it for this one, guys. I'm going to do the back heater off camera because this took like 4 times as long to do on camera. And we will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you guys next time. I raked all those wire clippings on the floor, little pieces of plastic. And if I left them there, Stephanie would definitely get me. So, Steph edits these videos. Don't get me. I'm cleaning it up.